Hey guys, in this video I want to go over the To Be Mindset tracker and planner pages that I designed. So I found that I was really struggling to carry around a planner and a tracker and keep track of a lot of the emotional and mindset, mind awareness things that I wanted to keep track of on this journey. So one of my biggest goals was to really be mindful of when I'm eating, why I'm eating, whether I'm hungry. And so I designed these pages to just be able to print out each week and fill out as you go to keep track. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my screen so that you can see some of the documents that I am talking about. So we have the To Be Mindset reference sheet, which is available in our Dedicated Republic team group, as well as in our To Be Mindset support group. So there's all of these videos are linked within here, and then you have the tracker planner sheets available to you at the bottom of the page. So I did a daily planner sheet, so it's just two planner sheets, so you can print that front and back if you didn't want to use the tracker and the planner together. Same thing with the meal tracker, you can just print those out if you want. But otherwise you have the weekly planner, and it has all of your daily sheets in there, and it starts out with your week at a glance and ends with a reflection. So the very first thing is, the first page is my week at a glance. You can talk about your goals for the week, why you chose those goals, what it is that you really want. And your why is going to be really important. It's going to help you focus on making sure you meet those goals. And then there's a section for how you plan to meet those goals. So for a lot of people, yeah, I want to lose 3 pounds, but you really don't know why you want to lose 3 pounds or how you're going to do that. So why, I might say, well, when I check in on Friday with my coach, Robert, I want to really be able to brag to him that I stuck to my meal plan and I did it. So how am I going to make sure I lose 3 pounds this week? Well, I'm going to hit my meal plan. I'm going to be able to get my cardio in on Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm going to be able to, keep track of all of my food that I ate and do really well in my exercises. Okay, so that's how I plan. And then I'm going to have a quote to keep me motivated. So you can search the internet, you can look at the challenge and support groups for motivation, and I'm actually working on getting a document with a bunch of motivational quotes together to help you just quickly choose something that speaks to you to give you focus for that week. And then there's just a quick weekly calendar here you can look at. Any big things that you have going on. Remember, we've got the Thursday Dedicated Republic team calls. Maybe throughout the week you like to, do certain things on big days. Maybe you've got a doctor's appointment, something coming up. And then you have your meal calendar. So maybe on Thursday night I want to go out to dinner to Texas Roadhouse to have a steak and some vegetables. I can plug that in. And then you can kind of just sketch out your week. This doesn't have to be detailed to the last ounce or anything, just kind of a general idea, like maybe for lunch today I'm going to have spaghetti, and for dinner I'm going to have fish and zoodles. So you can put that in and help you with your shopping list for the week. Then you have your planner pages. You can put your date in, you can set your intent for the day. So today I really want to make sure I get this done. Weigh yourself in the morning after you've gone to the bathroom, before you've eaten, and put your weight, note any weight changes, and describe your feelings and how well you think you slept. So if you've got a activity band that tracks your sleep, for me I usually put like how many hours, how restless I was, my effectiveness, things like that, just to kind of see if there are things going on the day before that affected my sleep, and if my sleep for that night is going to affect my day. And there's just a quick planner in here, so you can put in your time hourly, you can put in your plans for that hour, and then here you can kind of track the things that are most involved with your weight loss journey, or your weight maintenance journey, so being healthy. You can mark when you ate your food so you can quickly see the times, whether or not you're having water, when you're getting your activity in, when you're going to the bathroom, particularly your bowel movements. And then track your mood. So this mood one I don't do every hour, but if I note that I'm just like really, really tired, or I'm really, really anxious, I'll put a little emoji in here or a little word to just describe how I was feeling, to see if that impacts other things like my food, my water, bathroom, And then you can kind of just reflect on your day. How much water did you have? Were you getting half your body weight in ounces? Were you able to get in a little activity time? With the 2B mindset, activity is extra credit. It is going to help you reach your goals a little bit faster. If you want to build muscle, activity time is going to be really important, but you still can lose weight on the 2B mindset without having to make exercise a priority. And then me time, you can write that down. What did you do for like half an hour or even just 10 minutes to really kind of focus on yourself, to push away the stress of the day? And for me, that's my gym time, my hour of just focusing on me and making sure that my form is right, things like that. And then what are you grateful for the day? So I used to suffer from depression and anxiety really bad, and constantly focusing on the good things, not the bad things, has really helped me improve my mood. So I really like to put down a couple of things each day that have really helped me get through the day, things that I can focus on that happened right. And then what to improve on for tomorrow. So maybe, well, I took a little bit too long to eat my lunch. I didn't get to the gym today. And so tomorrow I want to work on timing and making sure that I'm, working effectively. One of the things that's a big distractor for me is social media. So making sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the time that's allotted to me. If I'm at work, I'm at work. I'm doing work stuff. So that's really helpful. And then what do you need to do tomorrow? A lot of us really have issues sleeping because we have all these things going through our mind, like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. So think of this as like a brain dump at the end of the night. Fill this out right before bed. Well, I forgot to do this, this, and this, or this stuff is getting carried over, or I've got to go pick up the dry cleaning, things like that, just to remind you of what you need to do tomorrow. And then throughout the document, the next page you'll see is your meal tracker. So each of these meals is broken down according to the 2B mindset with the food groups in here and the approximate size portion on your plate here. So this goes with the plated method. We want to track what time we're eating, whether we're hungry or not. So this is really important for me to see, well, if I'm really hungry by the time I get to my snack, maybe I didn't eat enough protein for my breakfast, or I waited too long between breakfast and getting to my snack. Where you're eating can be important. So is this something you brought from home that you made, or is this something that you ate out? Maybe you went to Pizza Hut for lunch, something like that. So you might want to know where that came from so it's easier to kind of look at how that's working for you later. And then there's a reminder to get your water in, 16 ounces of water, 5 to 20 minutes before eating to help get your stomach ready and put some mass in there so you're less likely to overeat. All right, so you have each of the meals here according to Plated, and then a daily reflection on your meal plan. There's a section for, okay, well, I was full after my meals. All right, I ate enough veggies. If you're hungry at the end of your meal, maybe you should eat some more veggies to help you out with that. In between my meals, was I really hungry? If I wasn't, all right, I'm doing great on protein. Or if I was really, really, really hungry, maybe I should have a little bit more protein. Energy levels is really important because remember, your fiber-filled carbohydrates are to give you energy to get throughout your meals. So you want to reflect on, all right, did I eat enough carbs? Were my carbs good quality? Did they maybe have more sugar than fiber? But also remember too that you can have sleep deprivation, hunger, and that could affect whether or not you are kind of having high energy or not. So look back at your sleep too if you're finding out that you are not having enough energy before necessarily adding extra carbohydrates in the day. And then there's some little lines here for you to reflect on how you felt about your meals. Do you think that you made really good choices? And where can you make better choices in the future? So there's a page of a planner and a tracker for each day. And on the very last page is a way to look at your week in review. So remember, you started your week talking about your goals. So let's write those out again so we can be accountable for our goals. Write down the goals that you crushed this week. Yeah, I lost those 3 pounds. I was really mindful. I filled out my tracker every day. How did I meet those goals? So make sure you kind of like, oh yeah, this is working. This is what is making it so that I can meet my goals. All of this is just helping you with awareness. Goals that you still need to work on. So there's always going to be weeks where you don't quite meet one of your goals or two of your goals, or maybe even any of your goals if something super crazy happened. Back in November, my mom fell and broke her hip, and so that was really hard for me to balance my goals and family priorities and work and everything at the same time. So make sure that you are, if that goal is important to you, carry it into the next week and work on it a little bit more. Talk about what you're most grateful for in the week. So you can look back each day at everything that you were grateful for and then talk about, wow, these things were really important to me. Just give you something to feel good about. And talk about how you're making progress. Well, last week I only met 2 of my goals. This week I met 3. And again, this is all about your mindset, helping stay positive. And then you can kind of reflect on each of those little things that you've been tracking throughout the week. Well, last week you can kind of comment on maybe I didn't eat all my meals, I didn't have all my water, I missed a couple workouts, I wasn't going to the bathroom every day, and I was just dragging and really, really anxious. But this week you can kind of talk about, well, I met all my meals. I still am a little short on my water. I met all my workout goals and so on. And next week I really want to make sure whatever. I want to have maybe an extra snack. I want to make sure I add 20 ounces of water each day. Things like that to really help you assess. So this is that assessment piece. What did I do last week? What did I do this week? And how am I going to make it better? And then here we go. How am I going to approach next week with a growth mindset? What am I going to do to make sure that I'm getting the most out of this journey and staying positive? So of course, the whole purpose of the to be mindset is to really not have to measure anything, to just kind of, approach what is working for you, whether I need more carbs or not. But a lot of us may have more specific goals, so we use meal plans to help kind of plan that out and make sure we're getting enough protein, things like that, to meet our goals. So inside of each of the Dedicated Republic support groups, there will be a unit tab, and you can go to the macro calculators unit and see that there's Matt Ogus. So if you are doing more bodybuilding workouts like Body Beast or Lift 4, or you are doing the Dedicated Republic Bro Split or any of those weightlifting type programs, Matt Ogus is going to be a really good macro calculator for you. It's higher in protein. If you have a more cardio intensive program like 21 Day Fix, Transform 20, things like that, this macro calculator is based off of the Portions Fix diet through Beachbody, and so that's going to help you kind of plan out maybe what you need so you can read your food labels a little better compared to having to use all of the different portions containers. And so I wanted to give you an example of my plan here. So let me zoom out of this. I am using the Matt Ogus plan because I am doing weightlifting specific programs. So I've put in my weight and how active I am and how much of a calorie deficit that I want so that I can try to lose. This is set at 1.5 pounds a week. And it spits out some information. How many grams of protein should you be having? About how many grams of carbohydrates, fats, and fiber. And then your total calories. I went with 4 meals. And so here, basically, I just use the to be mindset to build my plan. I know that for breakfast, I should be having fiber-filled carbs, and I should be having protein, and then veggies are extra credit. So here you can see I have put in my carbohydrates, and I need to update this a little bit because I've moved some things around to get, I really looked at my meal tracker for a week and realized I need a little bit more energy in the morning compared to the afternoon. So I moved a fruit from here, from lunch to here. So this setting out a meal plan and just really sticking to it and seeing how you feel is going to help you get the most of the to be mindset. Because you're going to realize, oh, maybe I do need a little extra carbohydrates. So I took this apple or whatever here and I just moved it to the beginning. And then pre-work, so this is my snack. My pre-workout meal is going to get me through the gym. I realize I do need fruit, so I usually have a banana. I have a cup of veggies with hummus, and then some yogurt and a protein shake like Shakeology. That really, really gives me a lot of energy to push through my whole entire weightlifting workout, which is usually about an hour and 20 minutes. Then I have my lunch. We have lots of protein, we have our carbohydrates, and then we have our veggies. So I just took my meal plan and fit it with the to be mindset. Here I've got 2 cups of vegetables and then 6 ounces of steak or fish. I like to have higher fat protein sources in the at dinner. Helps me stay full a little bit longer, and really this all pretty much works out to fit within my macros. So it's a little bit low here, and that's fine. I kind of left it low so I have a buffer for my accessories, like so I can add maybe a little bit of cheese to breakfast if I want. Sometimes for lunch I'll make chicken Philly cheesesteaks with rice, so maybe I'll put a little bit of cheese there. And so that calorie buffer there really helps me, not have to worry so much about where I'm putting my accessories. And so you can use the 2B mindset principles and the Plate It method to fill up your meal plan, even if you're using the 21-day fixed meal plan, making sure that you are arranging your green containers in the with each of the Plate It meals, protein, your carbs, all of your containers fit where they go, making sure that your macros align. And I will tell you, I used to stick to this plan, and it was super duper hard for me. I had a really hard time sticking to this plan before I applied the 2B mindset to it. I had carbs with dinner, like maybe a pasta. I had 5 meals, and I just felt like I was eating all the time, and I was constantly hungry. And so the numbers were adding up, but I was not happy. And so when I really started adding in more vegetables and rearranging my carbohydrates so they were in the day, making sure I was getting a steady amount of protein throughout the entire day, that's when these macro-based plans really started working for me. If you have any questions, make sure that you talk to your coach. Your coach will be able to help you with your meal planning. And of course, always refer back to the 2B Mindset videos for Alana's take on everything. She's got awesome recipes, and they're really going to help you get the most out of this plan.